Okay, greetings and welcome to another thrilling and exciting episode of the Planetary Persuader. I am Cosmic Kev, your host. This is for January 4th, 2019. Happy New Year. What's happening? Well, today we've got Mercury moving out of the tropical Sagittarius into the tropical Capricorn at 7:40 p.m. The moon, if you're watching this in the morning before 10:55, the moon's still in Sagittarius. Of course, it's in that constellation no matter how you look at it, in sidereal or Jyotish. In the nakshatra of Mula today. And this is also a good night to watch the Quadrantids meteor shower. So it was probably either early this morning or tonight. Check that out. So, I mean, with that said, well, we've got Sun in Capricorn in Western, Mercury moving into Capricorn today, Venus in Scorpio, Mars in Aries, Jupiter in Sagittarius, Saturn in Capricorn, Uranus going to go direct this week, actually, on Sunday the 6th at 12:26 p.m. So there'll be some more inspiration and exciting news. Uranus is squaring the nodal axis. It's squaring Rahu Ketu, North Node, South Node. So, a lot of our destiny is linked up with just large social movements that could erupt at any time. Now, Moon and Mula Nakshatra, of course, is ruled by Naritri, which is like another guise of Kali, sort of like goddess of calamity and destruction. But it's also moving towards moksha, enlightenment, philosophy, and deepening our relationship with getting rid of stuff we don't need. And moon is we're gonna have a new moon this weekend. It's actually a solar eclipse, and that happens at 5:28 p.m. on Saturday. And the moon will be in Purvashada, which is actually a victorious moon, ruled by the winnowing basket, ruled by the deity called Apis, who's a water god. And I did see that there was water rain forecast after that in Northern California, so that doesn't surprise me. And Saturn's there too with the moon and with the sun, and so we're really having to be more disciplined in a lot of ways, as well as the south node of the moon. So we're really learning about structure and our limitations and what to do about it. And so with this new moon and with this new forecast for today, maybe I'll get what we need and come out of this happy. Greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. Since Mars is in your first house, there is a lot more action, and you have a lot more drive. You have a lot more energy to fulfill what you need to fulfill. So this is a good thing, because we want to feel fulfilled, and we want to do the best we can with what we have already. Things, Uranus in the first house. I mean, the Uranus in the first house deal, since Uranus is going direct, it'll affect Aries people born the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, mostly. So if you're just the last 4 days of Aries, you're getting more hits from Uranus. But if you're born before that, it's not quite as much. Even people who are Tauruses born on the 20th, 21st are probably getting some of that Uranian energy in their chart and their experience. But what really is coming down for Aries this week is career. It's how you relate to the public and how you allow your talents and skills to shine, what you're going to do about it. And having Mars in the first house, it helps. It's like, okay, everything's a go. We're ready to move. We're ready to take this thing further. And spiritual development and exploration with Jupiter in the ninth, it's only going to work in your favor, so why not do that? All right. So, greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your horoscope. So, this is the last week of Venus in your first house. In the seventh house, rather. Venus in the seventh house in Scorpio. And Venus goes into Sagittarius on Monday, the 7th. So, how is that? Well, we've had so much intensity and love issues to deal with this flip-flop between Scorpio and Libra and the whole Venus retrograde period, and the whole time it was in the constellation of Libra in the Vedic zodiac, which I think is really significant because where it is. And so it's all been relationship issues, and now Venus now moving into the constellation of Scorpio and into the tropical zodiac sign of Sagittarius. We're trying to free ourselves from our love obligations, where it's not maybe as important to us anymore, and we're like going, okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, they got love, I don't. Okay, that's fine. I'm not really, love is something we can do for ourselves and our soul too. It's nice to have two, but it's okay. Being alone isn't so bad. Nobody's telling you when to wake up. Nobody's telling you when you have to do something, And so self-love can take precedence again in a different way. Not that it wasn't already, everyone's on a different timeline here with these things. I will say that this new moon is going to be good for you, that this new moon is going to bring more good fortune for Taurus, and it's going to help you with education, it's going to help you with travel, it's going to help you with spiritual pursuits, and you're going to find yourself in a place where you're able to help others more as well as helping yourself. So those two things are wonderful, and hopefully that will help you with getting back with the program and getting into self-love on a deeper level. And relationships, a lot of things might in the rest of this month be a little bit more out of your control. If you're in a relationship, it'll be the partner maybe calling the shots for a little bit, and that's okay. You can just kind of relax into it, because they might be doing good actually, and they might be bringing you blessings. So good communication always. We don't always understand anything, and when we assume things just to avoid conflict, we actually end up hurting our relationship. So I would say no assumptions. This is a good time to learn a foreign language too, with Mercury moving into your 9th house this week. So onward, forward. All right. Well, hello, Gemini. Welcome to your horoscope. So I would say the Capricorn time of year is a difficult time for Geminis because it involves transformation. It involves letting go. It's death, birth, other people's property, our intuitive insights, our past life traumas to some extent, and how we manifest through them. The beautiful thing about this astrology thing is that when you really know it, you realize everybody is every single sign in the zodiac. They may not have their sun sign there, but they may have other planets, and even if they don't have any planets in it, there's a time when planets hit those signs and they have a chart. And guess what? You're getting hits from it. So no one is immune. We're all connected. We're not immune from the fate of other people. Having lived through a collective crisis in my region, I know we're all connected. And so right now, I think one of the things you can do that's a really powerful thing when you have an 8th house transit is to say, hey, I need help in this area. And another thing is, maybe like your love life has been a little bit rocky the last 4 months. Well, it's about to get better because Venus is moving into your 7th house. So, everyone likes to hear that kind of news. And so you become a little more lovable. You become a little more approachable. Be a little bit less drama to deal with. I know that for 2019, all the Mercury retrograde periods are going to be in water signs in the tropical zodiac. So that's deep. That's something to consider. And then with Uranus moving forward, I think, it'll help you make new friends and leave an old situation that was maybe really stressful for you. Well, now. Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your horoscope. So, Cancer peeps in the house. What is happening? Well, it's more or less you want to do better in relationships, because here's this stack: South Node, eventually the Moon, as well as the Sun and Saturn and Mercury, all hanging out in that 7th house. So it's all about relationships. It's all about love affairs, contracts, work, open enemies. How do I find the balance in my life? Where do I go to bring ultimate balance? Where do I go to bring forgiveness? Where do I go to bring ultimate enlightenment in all my relationships? That's the real question. And then with Mars and Aries in your midheaven, you actually become open to new career opportunities. So those of you Cancers seeking new work, it's there for you, and you're looking more like a leader than you have in a long time. So respect yourself in that process. Hang out with good spiritual people. That's not going to hurt you. That's going to help you in all your studies and ways. And keep on working on health issues, because they can and will get better if you're positively working on it. And there's a lot of things that you desire in life right now that there's really no bottom to that desire. And I would say, be patient and try and do the right thing morally in every single way, because there's really no shortcuts to real success. And, there's karmatic things that are favorable that happen to people, and that's okay. But remember, everything is temporary. Suffering and good times, that's all temporary. All right. So, hello, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. So, yeah, I see that. Well, what is Capricorn time about for you? Well, Capricorn time for Leo is about health issues, about your co-workers, service, trying to climb the ladder economically, trying to give yourself some kind of rank in your experience in some ways. And this needing to work and this creation of labor is stacked. It's full. And so it's something worth tuning into. It's something that, you need to be patient with yourself. And I hope that there needs not to be any projection on others for you to realize your own level of stress, your own level of whatever it is you're going through. And so I appreciate you, and I'd say don't let the Leo pride get in the way of you saying, hey, could you work with me on this? I need help in this. Because if you do that, things will go better. But if you just say, I can do it all myself, it's not really helping anybody. You're not even helping yourself that way. Because in our vulnerability, we make ourselves more human. That's what the son of a famous Leo woman said once. Yeah, and Mars and Aries should be helping you. It should make life a better adventure, I'm sure. Well, hello, Virgo, and welcome to your horoscope. So, well, Capricorn for you is pretty cool. I mean, because it rules the 5th house. I'd say, for most people, Capricorn is about blocks and obstacles and big challenges that mean something, especially in the career life and stuff. This could help your career, for sure, but right now it's more like get in touch with your creative projects, your children, your aspirations to travel, your educational aspirations as well. That's what this new moon is about, and they're full, and they're packed, and you're ready to take action. You're ready to do better, and you're ready to engage with them. And I think setting positive intentions and being grateful. Like, what are you grateful for, Virgo? Like, Virgo, you got bad reputation for being a critic, a buzzkill, a downer. I'm so smart because I know what's wrong. I mean, that isn't really what's helping it. If you could just support what's good rather than try and find out what's wrong, in most cases, it's going to create more sustainability and better relationships with everybody, right? If you can fix something that's wrong, that's okay. Then full on identify the solution to the problem. So you become a solution-oriented person. So we're resetting our mind. We're also resetting our heart. There's a lot of heart action for Capricorn, right? Virgo right now. It's going to heal your heart. Heal it and bring more nurturing, bring more truth. Bring clearer communication, better relationship with children, better creative mojo. Yeah, it's going to be a good week. Okay. Hello, Libra, and welcome to your horoscope. So, Capricorn time, what's it about? With this stellium of Capricorn, it's all in the 4th house, which is your mother, your parents, your father perhaps, your home environment, where you live, real estate, cars you own. Those are the things that are going to need attention. Those are the things that you're going to need to deal with. In rainy season in Pacific Northwest and Northern California, it's a heck of a time to have to patch a leak in a roof, but you got to do it. Even if it's raining outside, you're going to have to go out there and fix it, do what needs to be done. Also, you need to respect your comfort zones, like what you're comfortable with. Your key phrase is "we balance," so you're often thinking about other people without thinking about yourself. Which, most of the time isn't bad, but you do have to take care of yourself. And you can't really take care of other people well unless you're taking care of yourself. That's old wisdom. And this weekend there's a lot of family demands. And so, you find yourself a lot of times as a diplomat, the negotiator, the interior decorator. These are the Libra archetypes that I see pretty clearly. And so between those 3 things, the dispenser of fairness and all that, it's time to just take a back seat and sometimes realize not everything is fair. And you can't be responsible for all of it. You can't take care of all of it. Just take practical steps to do the best you can. And even relationship issues might be a little bit rougher or different with Mars in the 7th house, and that people might be calling you out on stuff. Their will might be hard in your life, and sometimes you're a pushover and you just roll with it. So just stick to the important stuff. Well, greetings, Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope. So, this is the last week of Venus reign in your 1st house, and it's already left the sidereal sign that most of you share, which is Libra, and it's already in Scorpio in the constellation. So already there's been a shift. And one of the things I notice is like, okay, well, if it doesn't work out, I say to myself, it's not the biggest thing in the world. I need to just release and just say, hey, people are living through worse than this. Remind myself of that. Not to say that my needs don't count, because they do, but some needs won't be met in time. It's like if you want to go to a really cool restaurant and there's a super long line, guess what? Chances are you're going to have to wait, okay? You're going to have to get in line and wait the hour and a half or whatever it is before you get to have this really cool meal. And I think that is true with almost any desire that we have. A lot of it has to do with timing. And so one of the great things about astrology is knowing timing. So what do we know about timing for Scorpio? We know that Neptune in the 5th house brings a lot of creative vision. We know that Capricorn is a friend or like younger siblings, neighbors, communication world. All of that is going to improve for Scorpio. All of that working with your hands, your creative project you want to do. It's there. It's here for you. It's ready. Go at it. You have the time. You are going to do well. So allow yourself to do it, do well, and if you don't feel like it and you're not doing it today, get up tomorrow and do it again. Try doing it again. Raise yourself up. Raise the vibe. Do it again. Okay. Well, greetings Sagittarius and welcome to your horoscope. So, what's the thing that happens to people commonly this time of year? They've got a lot of bills to pay and they're focused heavily on finances, and this is where you're at for Sagittarius. But the thing is you have a lot of energy to create more wealth right now, too. And you have a lot of energy also to deal with family issues, because a lot of things we value are our families. And so trying to be nice about that and how we are raised, especially like what goes on between 7 and 14 is really a lot about how we form our opinion of society and what needs to be done. And that's largely done by our parents and, the people around us. So that's another thing that's like really big in play right now. And Venus is in your first house though now, this week, and so you're going to bring on more love is coming to you, and people are attracted to you, and you have a little bit more of a relaxed, easygoing nature, even though things may not be necessarily easy. You're still bringing that on, and you're getting closer to your own truth, which is good. Ground yourself in that. You're going to need that in a couple of months. You're like, what's up? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your horoscope. Well, I can't remember the last time things were so Capricorn. I really can't. We're having Mercury, we're having the Sun, we're having the Moon, we're having Saturn, and the South Node of the Moon, all gathered for this amazing, these 5, kind of planets. They're not all really planets, but they're astrological influences in Capricorn. And they're calling us out on truth. They're calling us out on hard work. They're calling us out on respecting laws, real laws, like the law of gravity and the law of light over darkness and the law of functionality versus non-function. And also about developing good habits, developing personal discipline so that you can accomplish your goals. And it's really a good idea to write your goals down on a piece of paper or a journal, and because then it becomes more concrete and real. You actually took the time to use your muscle memory to see what you're writing and putting in that, and I think that's good. I think that you're going to do okay, and I am grateful for your commitment to making things more functional for all of us in this time. If you're an earlier Capricorn, like born the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, Mars moving into Aries is a little bit of like, I feel my home life is not as stable as it was, and I want to move or I want to do something about that. That's natural. I'm just saying don't fight it. Greetings Aquarius and welcome to your horoscope. So right now it is big karma time for Aquarians. So Aquarians are dealing with karma. And look at that 12th house. Look at that 12th house. That's, that's 5 planets. So Saturn's okay over there. So you don't have to worry too much about that. The South Node seems to be doing okay over there. But, there's karma from past life deeds. And there's like a manifestation of everything. And this is also a place where we have our blind spot on. We can't see everything clearly. And because of Uranus's position being really near the IC, the inner celeste, your foundational place between, siblings and parents and family and residence and all that, things are kind of, shaking up and moving forward. And so where you were before, you got to take action on and do better with. That's it. And pay attention to your dreams. Keep a dream journal, because your dreams are likely to be off the hook during this period of time. In another couple weeks, sun will move into tropical Aquarius, and you'll be all in your glory and heyday and all that stuff. All right. So, greetings Pisces, and welcome to your horoscope. So, what I see here is a radically enhanced social life. Like all your friends, older siblings, they're more in your presence, in your face. There's still great career opportunities for you. You need to take action on things like if you need dental work, or if you have old tools that you need to get rid of and sell. Those are things I'd say are good action points for you right now. And preparing to make things better, in every way. You're going to beautify your work environment. You're going to show more finesse, and there's going to be a lot of people that you're caring for about their futures and how this kind of karma could affect your future. This is pretty much what I got for you this week. I love your comments. Thank you for sharing. Even if you need to say something like, there's no winners or losers or whatever. Yeah, fine. Yeah, I read you. We can all be philosophical here. That's great. It's Cosmic Kev, the Cosmic Forecast, the Planetary Persuader. We'll do it again next week. I'm out.